that is going to appear in the upcoming book. For memes, because I put in the hottest picture of me for the front cover, right from when I was 6 years old, right? This is a poem, and it's an Instagram poem, but I think it's the longest Instagram poem. There's a lot of type crammed in one little picture. And it's called Language. Language is one of the first things we learn to communicate what we need to survive. You may have heard that language is a virus, but I beg to differ. It's too ingrained in us to be the enemy, to be our downfall, to be something we have to fight to survive. So no, I say language actually leaves a residue, a film that since childhood sticks to you. You can't escape the words thrown at you, the words you hear, the words you read. And some of those words may be like a virus, infecting your thoughts and invading your brain. But some words in that language can touch you like a feather to gently tickle and entice you. And that language of yours can pour over you like warm honey you could spend hours licking. Remember, language pours over you like water, like at your birth when you heard your first words. Language has touched you since the beginning until the end, and that language always sticks. That's why it's the longest poem to be able to cram into a space. It's got a photo of me with film over me with a bunch of words all over it because it's all about language and words, and that's the only reason that's like that. Anyway, but I thought I'd show that off for you, and I'm going to read two poems that are also, well, this one's another one, and I like this one because it makes me think of the Baha'i Faith Center, and whether you've heard it, I hope you like it. It's called Unity for Humanity. Sociologists call religion a cultural universal, and religions usually start with a leader, a messenger spreading the word about an enlightened state of being. Now, for years, I performed shows monthly at the Baha'i Faith Center, and only after my shows end do I stumble upon the founding of religions and the celebration of the man who was the precursor to the Baha'i Faith. Because one man who called himself the Bab, the Bab, the title meaning the gate, he led the religious belief of the unity of humanity. Because the teachings of Babism were then seen as a threat to the Islamic clergy, followers were brutally persecuted in Persia. So, considering what Ali Muhammad Shirazi did and all that he meant to connectiveness and understanding, the Baha'i decided to declare the Bab Day as one of the 9 holy days. At this point, you might hide behind religious prejudice and think that you don't need to hear about another quote-unquote religion. But the Baha'i believe in social teachings that stress the equality of all humans, regardless of gender, race, and class. And if the underlying premise is to stress unity for all of the world, then being religious or not, you have to hear those words and nod your head and approve. This one, I can't believe I'm not going to read it, but I wrote this. It's called Voluptuous and Intelligent Too. And I have to explain why. It's really tiny. It was written after hearing about the Chicago Tribune news reporter, Maureen Dallas Watkins, who, after reporting about female murderers who dressed up, wore makeup, styled their hair, and acted feminine, they got out a murder conviction this way. And so she wrote a play on it, which was later adapted into the musical Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I was like, really? That was the foundation for it? That kind of blew me away, but I heard the story and that's why I wrote this piece. Too many times men treated me as if I couldn't have a brain, and they objectified me every chance they could take. I was thrown into their male-dominated den, but I learned fast. I had the brains, but I could also use what made men weak. You see, I wore mini skirts, plunging necklines, and padded bras. I learned how to flip my hair and act ignorant. Because, get a load of this, being intelligent doesn't work with men's notion of objectification. I played my part. I was adored, and my men actually thought I was a natural blonde. And I knew exactly how to play their game, because I would flaunt my wares, just enough to make men salivate. I allowed men to adore, until I could then show them a thing or two about being intelligent.
Yeah.
Thank you. That blew my mind hearing the story about a reporter about these women just being like, and that became a thing that went into Chicago. We have 10 or 20 minutes. Does anybody want to go up and do one, or if people don't want to read, we have the time. Should we do one or two? Music would be one song. I read a couple of haiku and leave it at that. Is that cool with you? Because we can go over. Just make it short, is all I'm saying, I guess. And if you got one good one, Tom, please, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. Give it up for Tom.